Among those top lists that we're seeing come out, quarterback position, front and center, Spencer Rattler ranking all over the place. I saw him at, number 8, for example. I don't know who produced that. I've got my own rankings. You can check those out. I'm sure you do as well. So Spencer Rattler is one of the reasons why South Carolina fans have hope today for 2022. Your thoughts about Spencer Rattler's season and what he's going to have to accomplish for South Carolina to take steps forward?
Yeah, Mark, for sure. And I mean, again, his addition, one of the biggest splashes of the college football offseason nationally as a whole, and certainly a huge reason why the Gamecocks have the amount of hype and momentum they have going into the 2022 season. But, I've been asked a lot about what is a successful season for Spencer Rattler. And I'll tell you this. I think one of the, excuse me, Mark, I think one of the best things that could have happened to Spencer Rattler is being humbled a year ago at Oklahoma. He lost his job and people question. I think the wrong thing to do is question his ability, right? The guy has all the ability in the world. There's a reason he was the favorite at this time last year. It's crazy. That's why I tell people, don't overreact or freak out to one thing or another happening, because so much in this game can happen so quickly. And especially now with transfer portal and NIL, you just never know what's going to happen, who's going to be playing where, et cetera. But this time last year, Spencer Rattler is the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. He is thought of as the number 1 draft pick in the NFL draft that upcoming year, most likely, and he gets benched halfway through the season. But the kid's got all the ability in the world. But I've been asked a lot, Mark, what will deem a successful season for him? A lot of people want to put a win total on it. A lot of folks want to say, well, he's got to throw this many touchdowns or he's got to throw for this many yards. I look at it this way, Mark. A successful season for him, not just for him, though, but for South Carolina, as long as he has a season good enough to where he is getting it taken in the NFL draft, doesn't have to be first round. It can be second. It can be third, what have you. If that happens, it's a successful year. And let me tell you why. South Carolina has not had a quarterback, Mark, taken in the NFL draft since 1989. So almost more importantly than getting wins out of Spencer Rattler is changing the narrative around the quarterback position. Because it's a quarterback-driven game. You don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance. And Shane Beamer understands that, hence why he went and got Spencer Rattler in the first place. So if he can have a productive season, because fans have asked, is there any way he comes back for a second year? I think if he does, it wasn't a successful season. Because the goal is for him to have his 1 year here, ball out, get drafted, and we reap the benefits in recruiting in the long run. Because as we talked last week, Mark, I mean, that's your biggest challenge. If you're going to challenge in the SEC, if you're going to start challenging the elites, you got to elevate your recruiting, right? So a successful year for Spencer Rattler, have a season to the point where you are getting drafted. It's going to be the first time since 1989 it's happened when Todd Ellis was selected. And I think certainly Spencer Rattler is going to be the highest taken quarterback in the draft South Carolina's ever had. If he can do that, it starts to, and I think it changes the narrative around that position for South Carolina. It gives Shane Beamer and this staff the opportunity and really the grounds to go out and seek top 5-star talent and seek top talent at that position. Because you look at the quarterback position at South Carolina, the last guy I can really recall this being the case with is Steven Garcia, where you recruit a guy like an Arch Manning or a Trevor Lawrence, where like they are the chosen one. And you hate to put that kind of pressure on a kid, but you look at them as like, this is our dude. We've and it's no disrespect to, Luke Doty or Tanner Bailey or Braden Davis, but, you recruit certain guys and you're like, they're a nice piece. They did well in high school. We'll see how they pan out at this level. No, I'm talking about the guys that right? You're expecting them to be your dude the second they step on campus. South Carolina hasn't had that in a long time. Maybe this helps transform the narrative around that position. Spencer Rattler has that good year, shows other quarterbacks, hey, you can come here, compete at a high level, and go to the next level at the quarterback position. So for me, that's what will deem a successful season. The touchdowns will come, the passing yards will come, and in turn, the wins will come, and thus he will get drafted. And again, I think that helps South Carolina football immensely in the future.
Okay, that's a 2-goal portion right there for Spencer Rattler. Makes total sense right there. 1989. So that was a long, long time ago. That was pre-SEC South Carolina fans that are a little bit younger.
That was pre my birth. That was pre even existing on this planet. So it's been a very, very long time.
Not even close for me, but still, yes. Pre SEC, South Carolina just an independent at that point, 3 years away from the SEC. And also, anytime you've got a list in the SEC and Vandy's ahead of you, that's not necessarily a good thing. And of course, they've had a quarterback drafted. Jay Cutler comes to mind in 2006 or 7.